diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, sun up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the Swac, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and you're back with another one. You watching Offscript. Shout out to my boy Chris McCrae, just became a member on the channel. Shout out to you, my boy. Thank you so much. Appreciate your love and support, my guy. All right. Listen. Listen. So I get off the live and, dropping another banger show like I do. You know what I'm saying? And somebody hits me with the official documents. I said, no. So I'm going to give you a little teaser real quick, just so you know I ain't playing. What that? Look, can you see that? Let me blow it up for you. What does that say? It says Summit Management Corporation plaintiff, Jackson State University. So you electronically filed March 14th, clerk of the court. Okay, if you don't like, that's just a little, so you know you ain't wasting your time. Okay, so you know you ain't wasting your time. Okay, Jordan's here. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Haddon's here. He's gonna keep you updated with the score on the first four, right? So my girl Paris read off of it. I didn't know she was reading off of it. I just thought she was, she said she had some stuff written down. So, but we gonna go into it deeper. If you haven't seen it, you're seeing it now. If you have seen it, you can click off because we about to get into it even deeper. All right. So once again, like I say, shout out to you guys for being here. As always, there's no show without you guys. All right. So first, I want to read off some stuff to you guys because I want you to understand what it is and what it's all about. Right. So I'm gonna bring this up. And in the document, it says right here, let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more. Okay, there we go. It says this lawsuit is about breach of contract that was executed by the plaintiff Memphis and will be performed in Memphis. Anybody saying, once again, for all you Jackson State Bammers, anybody said if this is not about breach of contract, you're lying. Okay, it's right here in the documents. It said this lawsuit is about a breach of contract that was executed by the plaintiff. Okay, so all you Bammers out there talking about, Scotty, this ain't no breach of contract, Scotty. Oh my God, we did nothing wrong. You're lying. Allegedly, you're lying. That's what the documents say. I'm just going off of what the documents say, okay? The document said you're lying. It's just that simple. And if you can't agree with that, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you. Okay, I really don't. Let me get my stuff together real quick. I had to put all this together really, really fast, so please bear with me. I try to give y'all the best quality show I possibly can. That's what I aim to please. You feel me? You hear me knocking? Well, let me in. You know what I'm saying? So let me get to my slides, because you know me. Your boy got to stay with the slides. If it ain't the slides, you wouldn't understand. If it wasn't for the slides, you guys wouldn't understand. All right, so let me get this pulled up. So I just want to let y'all see. So for anybody that says this ain't about breach of contract, because I said it's how you do stuff. It is how you do stuff. I've been trying to tell y'all Bammers that, but they don't want to listen. Until now, look at you now. You're in court. All right, so let's get these slides going, right? So it says, what are all the charges, Scotty? What are all the charges? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Okay? I'm going to read you off the charges. It's a lot of them. All right? Count number 1, breach of contract by JSU. Now, this is straight off the court documents. I ain't add no fluff. I ain't do nothing to it. This is straight off the documents, and Paris can tell you if I'm lying because she got the same damn documents, okay? Anticipatory breach of contract by JSU. Complaint for specific performance of JSU. Tort of wrongful interference with contractual relations by the defendant, the Swac. All right. Count 5. Tort of wrongful interference with business relationship by the defendant, the Swac, i.e. Charles McClellan. Count 6, legal fees and costs. All right. So those are your counts. Breach of contract, anticipatory breach of contract, complaint for specific performance of JSU, tort of wrongful interference with contract relations and by the defendant, the Swac. That's all off the documents of the court. So once again, I want to give you some backtrack. Remember this statement right here? When they weren't breaching the contract, well, this was a notice of termination. How you going to terminate something you just signed the contract? So it says on or about 2019, Jackson State entered into the Southern Heritage Classic agreement with the Summit Management Corporation relating to JSU participating in the Southern Heritage Classics. Since that time, the Southwest Athletic Conference, JSU Governing Athletic Conference, has entered into an agreement with JSU. So once again, Jackson State threw the SWAC under the bus. They threw them under the bus, boom, boom. Under the bus, boom, boom. They threw them under the bus. JSU conflict with the Southern Heritage Classic agreement. Said conflict prevents JSU's participation in the Southern Heritage Classic. Therefore, this correspondence shall serve as a notice of JSU's termination of its participation in the Southern Heritage Classic and the agreement between the parties. We thank you for your attention to this matter. If you should have any questions or concerns regarding the notice of termination, please feel free to contact me. Oh, they contact your ass. Oh, y'all remember? Listen, I know y'all remember this. Oh, y'all remember this on Twitter? Oh, this was going crazy on Twitter. All the Jackson State fans with the J hats, they were dropping this like, oh, yeah, you see what we doing? Oh, yeah, you see what we doing? We out here. We out here. Who messing with us? We dropping termination packets on their heads. Y'all remember the smoke? Y'all remember the smoke? Y'all remember the smoke? You don't remember that? Nah, y'all remember it. Y'all remember it. When everybody was dropping this jank on their Twitter, y'all remember. Oh, y'all remember. Y'all remember. Y'all remember. Y'all remember. Okay, I just want to remember that. So let's get into, but I want to go a little deeper. I want to talk about count 4, right? And I believe this is the stuff that that my girl Paris read off, but we're going to read it off together. Read with me, all right? 45, plaintiff incorporates by reference to evidence of paragraph, blah, 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 blah. 46, SWAC is creating its own classic and wishes that JSU participates in that game. Now, I could have sworn I said something about, but all right. 47. SWAC knew that Jackson State was under contract with the Southern Management Corporation through 2024. They knew that. They knew that. They want to act like they didn't, but they did. 48. SWAC was not a party to the JSU agreement. 49. SWAC intentionally interfered with the JSU agreement. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when somebody is lying on this document. Fred Jones didn't write this. A lawyer wrote this. Okay? SWAC was... hold on. I want to get into deeper. Gotta get a little deeper on that. SWAC was induced. SWAC induced JSU to breach the JSU agreement. JSU would have not have breached the Jackson State agreement but for the SWAC's conduct. The decisions to schedule Jackson State in conflict with Jackson State agreement were made and executed in Alabama, so Alabama law governs this tort. Swac is liable for the tort of wrongful interference with contractual relations and is liable for compensatory, consequential, and punitive damage. Oh, they dropping SAT words. Oh, they dropping SAT words today. In amounts to be determined at trial, exceeding. They said we not just stopping at 5.4. It could be more. Whatever you think, Judge. Judge Smoke. Whatever you think, Judge Smoke. 5.4 million per year for each of the 2 years. Now, a lot of you sitting back like, Scotty, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed because I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed and I ain't the most colorful crayon. You know what I'm saying? But you're asking me, Scotty, what does tort mean? I got you. I got you. Because I need a dictionary just like y'all. Tort. A tort is a common law jurisdiction, is a civil wrong other than a breach of contract. Oh, that's two. That's two indictments. That's 1 and 2. You know, black people, we know charges, okay? We might not know a lot, but we can count some charges. That's different, all right? 1 and 2, 2 and 1, they're different, all right? That causes a claimant, i.e. the SMC, to suffer loss or harm resulting in legal liability for the person who commits the tortious act. The tortious act. If it can include intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence. What is that word I have highlighted? Oh, it says financial loss. Financial loss, injury, invasion of privacy, and numerous other harms. Listen, I'm here for y'all, man. I'm here for y'all, man. So I want to show y'all a part of this thing where we're talking too much when you need to tell your friends to shut the hell up, right? I'm gonna show you a part in this document where you need to know talking too much gets you in trouble, right? So listen, I'm reading it. It says, the only reason for termination stated in the termination letter was that the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference, let me, you know what? I'm gonna blow this up as big as I can get it so y'all can see it. All right. The SWAC, Jackson State's governing athletic conference, has entered into an agreement which JSU will participate in the events that conflict with the Southern Heritage Classic agreement. Said conflicts prevents JSU participation in Southern Heritage Classic. 26. Subsequently, if you don't know what that means also. Okay. Jackson State's head football coach, Deion Sanders, primetime, Coach Prime, gave interviews in which he was quoted as saying that the Classic was not profitable for JSU. That's when running your mouth gets you in trouble. Like Mr. Campbell tells me all the time, Scotty, shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up. You talk too damn much. You talk too damn much. This is when Deion needs that guy right beside him and say, hey, man, I think you're doing too much. Shut up. That JSU could make a lot more money by not playing in the Classic, and that Jackson State was now doing business. The coach was clear. Listen to this very carefully. The coach was clear that Jackson State was not playing in the final 3 years of JSU's agreement, including 2022, which was consistent with the termination letter. So what that says is that based off what Deion said, let me blow myself up. Based off what Deion said, based off what JSU actions were by sending the termination letter, and based off of what the SWAC had already put in place, y'all Bama's effed up. Y'all already had it dealt with that y'all was going to get out the contract. Listen, I am no judge by any means, but this is just too blatant not to see. So, i.e., I got the head coach talking about business, how it's bad business to be in the Classic. Then all of a sudden I get a termination letter on my desk talking about how the termination, that you don't want to be a part of it. And then all of a sudden, also to add salt on the injury, I also got your governing conference scheduling a game on the same day I'm supposed to be there. How can we not see this? How do you not see all this coming down the pipe? Now, once I get the rebuttal, once we get the court documents fighting it, I will be right on here talking about what Jackson State side looked like and why they did what they did and why they went about doing it the way they do it. Because listen, there's always two sides to the story, three sides. Their side, your side, and then there's the truth. All right. But from what Fred Jones is presenting to the court, this looks bad. It should look bad because he wants it to be in his favor. Always remember that. It should look this bad because he wants it to be in his favor. This ain't a court case trying to give Jackson State no flowers and roses. He's throwing all that he can to see what's going to stick on the wall. All right. So that's just one thing. So this is the segment called Shut the Hell Up. We're gonna call this segment. This is when you need to learn to shut the hell up. All right. And Coach Prime needs to take the class, sit in it, and graduate from Shut the Hell Up, because you're getting yourself in trouble by talking too much. You're getting yourself in trouble by talking too goddamn much. That's just one side of it. You know what I'm saying? So going a little deeper, right? Count 5. This is count 5. All right. Let me blow this up. Count 5. Tort. You already know what tort means. I explained that to you, so you know what tort means. Of wrongful interference when with business relationship by the defendant Swac. Once again, Charles McClellan is in Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. Say it again, A.T. Roy. Say it again, A.T. Roy. Say it again for the people in the back. When he was talking to that young lady about doing business, this don't look too good. This business does not look too good, right? So once again, the Swac knew about its long-term relationship, including extents. Swac was a stranger to the business relationship between JSU, all this. So you can read this yourself, screenshot it, read it yourself. But I'm showing you that. But I want to see the 61, right? 61 says, Swac is liable for the tort of wrongful interference with a business relationship and is liable for compensatory. That's SAT word. They got me. Compensatory, consequential, and punitive damages in amounts to be determined at trial, exceeding. You know, there's a scripture that my lovely lady has given to me. And it says that God can do exceedingly and abundantly. All right. Fred Jones is looking for exceedingly and abundantly of funds. He is looking for exceedingly and an abundantly amount of funds. That's what he's looking for right now. Okay. Woo. Okay.
I'm petty. 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 I'm petty.
Babe, is that Ephesians 3:20? Ephesians 3:20. Woo, I'm out here preaching. Ephesians 3:20. Y'all go look it up for yourselves. Ephesians 3:20. Exceedingly abundantly. Well, he's hoping the judge can do even better.
I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm petty.
You gotta love what you do or you never work. You gotta love what you do or you never work. Oh man, this is too much. This is too much. You know what? And then, another thing that I've been hearing from the civilian lawyers, they say, you know what, Scotty, they can't do this under the 11th Amendment. I didn't even know what the 11th Amendment was, but when I read it, this Bama don't know what he's talking about. The 11th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution says that the U.S. courts cannot hear cases and make decisions against a state if it is sued by a civilian who lives in another state or a person who lives. This is by a company, my boy. This is about a company. So that answers your question. All right? That answers your question. The next civilian lawyer. Scotty, what about the First Amendment? Deion's allowed to say whatever he wants under the First Amendment. Oh, but is he? I didn't go to law school, but I'll help you out. The First Amendment guarantees freedoms concerning religion. He didn't say, he talk about God a lot, but he ain't say nothing about that. Expression, assembly, and the right to petition. Now, maybe if he would have said God should allow us to get out this contract, maybe that's freedom of speech. Maybe that's freedom of speech. It forbids Congress from both promoting one religion over others and also restricting individuals' religious practices. So, but let me tell you what it doesn't cover. Because I do my due diligence. Here is what it doesn't cover. Categories of speech that are given lesser no protection by the First Amendment, including obscenities, fraud, child pornography, speech integral to illegal conduct, speech that incites imminent lawless actions, speech that violates intellectual property law, true threats, commercial speech such as advertising. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Defamation that causes harm to reputation is a tort. And also an exception to freedom of speech. So, wait a minute. So that's just me helping y'all out. So any of those things that you try to you trying to block, like, oh, Scotty, what about? Oh, I got you. I'm here for you. I am here for you. Now, my disclaimer for today, that any information that I've given over this channel does me no pleasure. I see no pleasure in calling out the faults and wrongs of the Swac commissioner in Jackson State. This program, this channel, takes no pride, none, in the relevance of a school or a nonprofit organization like the Swac. We take no pride in seeing their fall. We do not. On this channel, we promote honesty, fairness, and a right to freedom of speech. That's what we promote on this channel. We call a spade, and right is right, wrong is wrong. But we at the Offscript Media Group Incorporated, we do not take pleasure in the fall of these institutions. Okay? So I just want to make that very clear. Does me no pleasure to bring this up, but it is news. I'm me. I'm here for the people. So I just give it to you like I give it. I give it to you how it was given to me. I just add a little.
I'm petty.
Listen, me adding a tad of petty onto it does not make it less real. I just try to make it entertaining. Okay, I don't want to be on here like CNN, HBCU Game Day, just rattling off facts. Anybody can do that. Okay, anybody can do that. All right, it's just trying to make it a little, little je ne sais quoi, So it is what it is. Now, back to these docs. Back to these docs. All right. So let me see what else I got in here highlighted. Okay, here we go. JSU's breach of contract means, Okay, hold on. Let me bring this up. JSU breach of contract means that SMC must find a replacement team for 2023-24, and its ability to do so is not all certain. The Classic is a joyful 28-year rivalry. Jackson State coach explained, once again, opening his mouth about that at the present time, JSU is the big attraction, that JSU's participation alone brings 40,000 fans to the game. The coach's boast prove that Jackson State's breach will cause great damage. Once again, Dion keeps shooting his damn self in the foot. If I see this man's name again in these contracts and these docs, I'm telling you, he's just giving up information, self-incriminating himself. Just ridiculous, right? But I want to show something else though. And this is what I'll talk about when I say take the risk, right? That, let me see. This is the part I want you guys to focus on. When I say promoters take the risk, right? I'm going to start at 14, but I'm going to read it down. It says, SMC has paid JSU fees exceeding $6 million over the years, during many years when Jackson State was struggling financially. Look, come on, listen, I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all Bamas was not always hot. Now you hot, and now you think you can do whatever you want. Over the years, TSU has won more games than Jackson State, but Jackson State has been better in recent years and stronger financially. In 2021, JSU was nearly undefeated and won the Swac, right? This is the last two I want you to reach. This is when I tell you that promoters take the risk, right? The Southern group also entered into a similar 5-year agreement with TSU to the opposing team, and SMC also entered into a long-term agreement with the city of Memphis to rent the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium, right? So in hindsight, I am renting the state. Listen, I want to be, because a lot of y'all just be talking. He has to go out and rent the stadium thinking, okay, in the next 2 years, I'm going to have 2 games. Because why? Because they signed a contract. Why would Fred Jones go out and rent a stadium for 2 more years, not thinking that he's going to have a game for those 2 years? All right. So at the end of the day, he's still taking more risk because of everything that he has to put on as an event coordinator. A part of the whole process of putting it on. Because if we're being real, if it was so easy, you wouldn't need a promoter. If it was that easy, y'all Bamas would be doing your own stuff. If it was that easy. I'm just saying, right? But I'm going to open up the call lines because I know there's a lot of stuff that, people want to say and how they feel or whatever.
You are the only participant in the conference.
So call lines are open. 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. See what else I got in here. Also, once again, I'm going to make my thoughts very clear. All right. Let me open it up for Dre. What's up, Dre? You live?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm interested to see what the actual contract is between Jackson State and Fred Jones, because that's what's important. I mean, we've all signed contracts. If there's an out, pay the out, move on. He's trying to save face because he knows he's going to lose out. If Jackson State leaves, the cash cow is leaving for the next 2 years.
That's fair. That's facts.
And also, I think with him, I think it's not smart of him to sue the Swac because you're going to need a Swac if and when Deion leaves. And you got 12, 16 schools that you're not going to be able to do business with. So that's not a bet. He should really, because you notice in that he didn't say how much over how many years. He just said $6 million.
Facts.
So that $6 million could be 30 years or 40 years. You know what I'm saying?
28
He
years.
just said $6 million.
28 years.
Right. So we know that ain't a lot. So he's leaving out certain stuff, which what you're supposed to do. My brother-in-law is a federal attorney. You're supposed to shoot your best shot on your best case. You know, so I'm pretty sure that they'll have attorneys look at it, but I'm interested to see what's the contract, because if they're able to buy it out for $3 million, hey, and his contract with Memphis has nothing to do with Jackson State. That's his problem. His contract with Tennessee State has nothing to do with Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
If he has to find somebody else, he has to find somebody else. So to me, that is going to be it. What's the contract between Jackson State and Fred Jones? And to me, that is say, okay, what is able to be done? Because, I mean, whenever money's involved in when somebody has leverage, and when somebody has had leverage for, let's say, 30 years, if somebody gets leverage all of a sudden, they don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
and, so to me, that is the thing about it. But I definitely don't think it's a good idea for him to put the Swac, for him to sue the Swac. That's bad business. You're definitely digging your grave, so to say, because you won't be able to do, the Swac is within driving distance of Memphis. He won't be able to do business with nobody in a SWAC. So if I was his attorney or consulting him, I would have definitely been like, nah, don't put the SWAC in it. Stick to Jackson State, stick to Deion.
This is where I have to disagree, right? The only thing I would disagree about is saying that they won't be able to work with any other SWAC schools, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about the money, right? So if let's say Fred Jones comes to Southern and FAMU, right? It says, yo, we'll host something in, let's say they host something in Alabama, in Birmingham. We'll pay you $1 million each because we know what kind of crowd you're going to draw. We'll pay you $1 million each. You think they're going to turn that down?
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, because yeah, I feel what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Because he's not, because he hasn't done anything shady to Jackson State. If we're being honest, he hadn't done anything shady. They just thought
he hasn't done
anything
shady.
He's
done bad business, and Jackson State, before I would say AD and Robin, everybody else has done bad business. And what the administration now has seen is like, okay, we got to do business different. And having Deion, who's done business at some of the highest levels, you already know he know what his worth is. So, yeah, I agree with you on that. Them days of him taking most of the profits is over with, though.
You see what I'm saying? So it all depends on if you have the right price for a school. I don't give a damn who he brings up. They're gonna go. I don't like other than Jackson State, because Jackson State's gonna feel some type of way. But if he goes to any other school talking about $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, per school to be in this game, you're gonna go. I don't care, because once again, he didn't do anything shady. This never would have happened if Jackson State didn't get big and bad and put in a termination letter. It got leaked and this all blew up in his face, and now everything got blown back. But if you would have just gone back to the table and say, look, we're trying to renegotiate, and then something like that, then maybe it would have went differently. Who knows? But at the end of this, Fred Jones has every right to sue. He has every right to sue Jackson State and the SWAC. I don't care what nobody say. They're both in the wrong.
He has every right to sue and to try to save his business, because if Deion's there and he's only been there for a year, if he's there for the next 3 years it's a cash cow for him.
Yeah.
So he's really trying to save. He's trying to save everything.
Yeah.
Because if once again once it goes to the contract between the school and Fred Jones, if there's an out or a clause, just like in rent, you got to pay 3 months of rent to leave or whatever. So if it is okay, hey, you just got to pay $3 million, they'll cut that check for $3 million. Fred Jones is going to lose more than $3 million because he's going to have to find a school to compensate, and he may have to pay more to get a school to come.
Yeah. That's fair. But hey, appreciate the call though, Dre.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Hey, caller, you live.
How's it going, Scotty?
It's going. Go ahead.
This is Gabriel Green from Memphis, Tennessee. Once again,
What's up?
I just wanted to talk, I guess, about this contract situation, the suit with Fred Jones. Okay, now years ago, man, I'm trying to make it as quick as possible.
No, you
years
good.
ago, when I was in college, I used to be in a music group, and down in Jackson, Mississippi, and we came really, really close to signing the contract with the local record label down there, and they wanted to pay us like 10 cents on the dollar. I looked at it, I was like, oh hell no, This is how LaFace Records got TLC.
The facts.
So I mean, I know this is not, this happened like before Prime got there, but maybe at that time, Jackson State felt like, this is more than what they had. And I guess they felt like you say, it felt like it was what they were worth. Now Prime came along and, they getting their kudos and everything, and they won the Swac. So they feel like they're worth more than what they are. Like Paris said earlier, Fred Jones, yeah, he was pimping. Yeah, he was pimping them. But they signed the damn contract, right?
Facts. Multiple times. It wasn't a one-time.
Exactly.
It wasn't a one-time 28-year contract. This was like maybe 5-year stint, 3-year stint. You get what I'm saying? So you probably signed about 4 or 5 of these contracts.
Right. And I mean, think about it. Like with Suge Knight with NWA. How people in the record industry get screwed all the time, and that's because they so in a hurry to get this money, and they sign without looking at what they're signing. But I was thinking about this right here, and okay, now I think. Tell me what you think about this.
Talk to me.
I think that there's a way that Jackson State still could do the Southern Heritage Classic and the Swac Classic. Okay, now see, I think they were like this year they were scheduled to play Arkansas Pine Bluff, I believe.
Yeah.
In the Swac in the Swac Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so still do the Southern Heritage Classic, and then like one of those games, whatever team they choose for the Swac Classic, instead of it being a home game, do it in Alabama. But like I said, that's neither here or there. They probably just need to try their best to sell out of court. Just go on, hit on, and buy them out. Now I will say this: I do believe there's no way on this God green earth that Fred Jones is going to get $5 or $6 million. Good and hell, well, he's not getting that much. I know he just, like you say, shooting, just throwing stuff up to the wall, seeing what sticks. But we'll see what happens.
We shall see.
Thanks. Say it again.
I said we shall see.
Oh yeah. And thanks for the call, man. And keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it, man.
We'll holler at you.
No problem. Like Mr. Campbell said, that Cowboy Classic show is looking good at Jerry World. Show is. What's up, Big J? Talk to me.
Man, y'all gonna have me telling the whole truth, bro. Okay, I first say this one time. We gotta stop being emotional. this guy, Fred Jones at SMC Entertainment, has done nothing wrong. It's a contract. So let's get off this contract. Let's go back to some factual evidence that was presented to JSU's fans at the Capital City Classic. Let's start there. At the Capital City Classic, we were told that the Swac had gone in with JSU and with Alcorn to create a new classic that was going to be held in Jackson every year going forward until they broke it again for JSU and Alcorn to play each other. Now, let me tell you what the problem with that is. JSU pays the state of Mississippi to rent that stadium. There are parts of the stadium that are not fixed that they can't sell tickets for because they're not fixed. And you can't sit there, but they did anyway. Now, what happened is, once they had the doggone game, and it was successful, I saw you there, I was there, it was packed in the mud, the SWAC commissioner colluded with, again, the powers that be in the infrastructure of Birmingham, Alabama, and figured, I need a new classic, one that I could bring to Birmingham because I don't have to pay any money to have a stadium. And I can use a team like JSU who has fans that will travel. I want people to understand it's all about the fans. It's all about the money that we generate. Has nothing to do with the football team, has nothing to do with the success of the football team and time. It's all about the fans and the money that we generate. And the reason that he would collude and move JSU to a game in Birmingham at the same time that they're supposed to be in Memphis is for us to bring the same form of revenue that we take to Memphis to bring it to Birmingham. Tell me, how is that helping JSU? That's just us having to give our money to his constituents and to him for kickbacks. So I'm still not understanding. Like everybody gets emotional about this stuff, but even when Prime put in his 2 cents about the matter. Again, Prime, your number one objective is to coach, bro. You are not the president. You are not the AD. Just do the thing and just coach. Please. No other coach, man. Listen, and I'm gonna get off the line. JSU's basketball women's coach just had a successful season. She is about to go, and her and the Tigers are about to travel to Baton Rouge to play LSU. Yes, we want them to do good. She's not trying to save the world. She's not trying to meet with anybody. She's not trying to broker any deals. She's just focused on doing the thing. Let's do that. Let's do that. After 2024, if you have more knowledge and more insight to what you feel like you're worth, that is the time to renegotiate. Good day, people.
Appreciate it, Big J. Listen. So this is you might want to double check your notes on that one. I got some insight on that. I can't tell you, but I'm telling you, you're not getting what you think you're getting. All right. So my thing is this, right? And I had a lawyer reach out to me and they said, this is what they said to me. I figured this was coming. As a representative of the university, you can't say whatever you want to whoever you want to without any repercussions. The AD and the president should talk to coach, which they won't, to avoid this happening in the future. Sadly, I'm thinking the SWAC and JSU will have to pay. Contract law is serious. A lawyer reached out to me and sent that to me and said, hey, contract law is no joke. You might think one thing, but other people think otherwise. And when it comes to the court of law and not a public opinion, you can lose. You can definitely lose. So for all the people out there talking about Fred Jones did this, Fred Jones did that. Listen, man, it's no different than if you knew a girl in a relationship and the guy she with keep cheating on her and you keep telling her you're better than that. You're better than that. You're better than that. For 28 years? For 28 years and she stays in the relationship? Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? After a while, you're going to be like, you like that mess. You like that mess. You couldn't find nobody better, or you were satisfied in that relationship. You were A-okay. Okay? So miss me with that, oh, he was pimping us. After a certain amount of time, you would think, you know what? Maybe my value is more. And if we're being honest, your value really didn't come until Dion. So really, if we're being honest, really, you kind of like rubbed off. He kind of like rubbed his air or his aura on you and made you hot, but you weren't really hot. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, let me ask you this. I'm just thinking hypothetically, right? What if Jack said, hey, okay, so what? We break the contract. It might be a win for Jackson State. It may be a win, right? Pay the $5 million, whatever they want, or try to settle out of the court and let us out the contract, and we'll get another money game. I just want to hear what you think about that. Better than the lawsuit, all right? And I'm gonna hang up. Appreciate it, bro.
No problem. Appreciate it. I don't think any school wants to listen, bro. Let's not act like y'all got this big ass budget. $2 million for y'all is a lot of money. All right. Let's not play. Let's not play like y'all ain't out here big balling like y'all University of Texas or something. You got to pay. You barely want to pay out coaches. Okay. First of all, for Dion to get his contract, you had to add in ticket sales. Okay. Like your budget ain't all that. So let's not act like you out here, you said 2.5. That's nothing. That's nothing. We got that. 220. You over here acting like you over here. You know what you are? You're Smokey on Friday. You said it was 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You playing with me, Smoke? That's $80 damn. Don't play with my money. That's what y'all out here acting like. Y'all don't got that type of budget. So it's never going to be a win for y'all if you got to pay out $2 million. Let's not play. It's never going to be a win for y'all if you got to pay out $2 million. Maybe if they spread that $2 million out 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So 200,000 for 10 years. I think y'all could do that. Put you on a payment plan. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all could do that. I think that can be definitely finagled. You know what I'm saying? So, but to just come out and be like, yo, we got this, because I'm telling y'all this. I'm all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say this. That Swac Classic is not as lucrative if you think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That Swac Classic is not as lucrative as you think it is. That's all I'm gonna say. I know you heard about it from everybody else in the SWAC commissioner, and I'm telling you now. Trust me when I tell you that SWAC Classic is not as lucrative as you think. That's all I'm gonna say. Leave it. I'm gonna leave it like that. So, but getting yourself in something to where you pay it out over 10 years, 15 years. Yeah, I don't think that's going to hurt you in the long run. But if you got to come up with 2.5 or 3 million in a short period, let's not act like y'all budget like that, because it ain't. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? Remember, y'all just got a practice field from Walmart. Okay, y'all just got a practice field from Walmart. Y'all didn't pay for that. The new locker room, y'all didn't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? All the new stuff that y'all got, y'all ain't paying for that. That's donations. That's somebody giving you money. That means you ain't got it. Okay, so just want to make that very clear about what y'all doing out there in these streets. Okay, so there's power in numbers, but y'all ain't got it. So money wise. So that's all I'm saying. Listen, man. Hold up. She ain't lying. That's all I'm gonna say. She ain't lying. That's all I'm gonna say. There, you might want to go back and do some research. You might want to go out and do some research. That's all I'm saying. So my thing is this, right? Is that at the end of the day, you're blaming the wrong people, right? You're blaming like you can't. How many times? Like, good example, right? Let's talk about it. Kanye West, right? Kanye West has probably signed 3 contracts in the lifetime that he has been under Rock Nation or Def Jam or wherever he's been with, right? Rockefeller. Then he did his, late registration, graduation. He renewed his contract again and whatever. When do you say to yourself, I don't like this contract anymore. I'm not going to be a part of it. When do you tell yourself that? Because in the beginning, all you wanted to do was be signed. I just want to be signed. I just want to be signed. I just want to be signed. You become legendary, right? And now you're looking back on your career and your catalog and you're like, damn, I wish I had my masters. I don't even own most of my music. When do you hold yourself accountable? You have been in this shit for 28 years. 28 years. At what point do you hold yourself accountable? 5 years? 10 years? 15 years? 20? When do you hold yourself accountable? You keep talking about incompetent people. You're hiring them. You're hiring these Bamas. You are putting these Bamas in place. But this is see, it comes full circle when you don't have any transparency at your school. I've been in my little short stint on YouTube or hour talking about HBCUs. I keep saying transparency. You need transparency. Right? So even if the IHL brings in your president, the IHL doesn't sign your AD. Your IHL doesn't do that. The IHL doesn't stop you from getting a consultant to help you on contracts. They don't stop you with that. They don't stop you on renegotiating. The IHL don't do that. You get what I'm saying? So, and from what Dion said, the AD makes all those decisions. The AD makes all those decisions. When he put in the little script with the little girl he was talking to, my AD makes that choice. My AD does this. My AD did that. So the president, whoever is hiring these ADs. So, I mean, I don't get it, man. So you telling me in the past 28 years, over 28 years, you didn't have a comparable AD in 28 years? That, man, I don't give it that. Goddamn, like, Jesus Christ. In 28 years, you didn't have a comparable AD. You know what I'm saying? Like, in 2019, when you renegotiated the contract, I believe you had Ashley Robinson. Oops. In 2019, you had Ashley Robinson. Oops. He signed this contract that went on 5 more years. Oops. But he didn't have a problem. Oops. You know what? I am talking way too much right now. Wow. I am really dropping the ball right now because I'm saying some stuff that's. Hey. So I mean, I just want to be. I just want to be. Because you said you ain't got nobody competent. The guy in office just signed the 2019 re-up. So he signed the re-up. Dion comes in and then tells the AD, hey, bro, you doing bad business. So this is a question. It's not a comment. It's a question to all the Jacksonians. When he signed the re-up, was he still incompetent? I just want to, okay. So he renegotiated for more, but not enough that makes you feel comfortable. Okay. At least he renegotiated it in 28. I appreciate that. Okay, at least he renegotiated it. So, you know, but I don't know sometimes, man. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Q, talk to me.
Hey, what's good, my man? So I'm just catching up on everything, but hey, this is smart what this brother is doing, the Southern Heritage Classic, and here's the reason why. So I'm gonna stick to what I know. I do esports events, so which is basically I bring two teams in, I rent a venue out, and after that I get the advertisement dollars, I take the risk, and all of a sudden, you know, I put on the event for everyone to watch. And if you make, I make money or I don't. I take the risk, I take the rewards, and also the teams themselves get the payout. Here in this situation, the Southern Heritage Classic, this is what they've been doing for the past 28 years, right?
That is
so
correct.
So right now, these guys, the Southern Heritage Classics, the brother who's the ownership of that, this is a extremely smart move, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because right now he has the game for this year, but he still have 2 years left on that contract with that stadium, because he has to because during that long-term deal that he signed with that stadium. So now he's putting the Southwestern Athletic Conference on the hook for. I think the play is to put Southwestern Athletic Conference on the hook for providing teams for those 2 years that Jackson State that is not going to be there.
That's a good move.
But all of this could be avoided if you wanted to back out. And so Southwest Athletics Conference, they have the Southwest Classic in Birmingham. Okay, so you want to take your hot girlfriend and you want to put her over there because that's your money making, your cash cow. Well, you got 11 other teams in the Swac that you can fill that slot with. What you right now the negotiated cost is $700,000, so $350,000 per team.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do was this could have been negotiated at you're just going to take the loss. Either you can pay out replace if you get out of my event, I'm going to need a compensation or a replacement for you backing out of my event, because the show must go on. I still have advertisers that are committed to the event because of the name on the books. The event must go on with a different name on the books than after the term of my advertisers have changed. So I'm going to need some compensation there. They could have been out of this for maybe about 1.4 million, and then maybe negotiate it down to 700,000, and then after be on their merry way. But yeah, they're gonna have to eat this loss.
I like how you put that, where putting the Swac on the hook to add 2 replacement teams. That's actually a good look. And then you know what? I'll say this: you could do it even like this, Q. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you go. You could do it like you give me a replacement team, but then you supplement what I would have lost. Because let's say the teams don't bring in let's say the teams don't bring in 40,000 like Jackson State would. So let's say you give me a Bethune-Cookman and UAPB. Okay, cool. You know, they need the publicity. All right, dope, whatever, right? But Bethune ain't about to bring nobody from Daytona to Southern Heritage Classic. So you know what? Give me 200, 300,000 to supplement that, and I'll carry the rest of the loss. But yo, that's a good move, Q. I like that. Hey, appreciate the call though, Q.
Yeah. Take care, man.
All right. Hey, what's up, Coach Green?
What's up, man?
What's good?
Hey, I noticed you keep saying that about talking about transparency.
Mm-hmm.
You know everything. You know, by being a public university, everything is public record, right?
That's what they say.
So if you want to find out something, you gotta know what it looks. Only institutions like Bethune-Cookman, you can't. Everything not transparent like at somewhere like Bethune-Cookman, because that's a private institution.
Yeah, they private institution. Yeah, I got you on that one.
Yeah, so it's not about Nothing being transparent. It's about people not actually looking to find out what they want to find out. People gonna look for what they really want to find out if they want to find out something. I just want to put that out there. And also, I'm looking forward to see what happened, man, because it's more to this story. Even though this lawsuit, you know, once you sue somebody, you got to open up your books too.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh no, when it hits public consumption, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real interesting, and I already know you're gonna be on it.
Hell to the yeah, or somebody gonna send it to me. Somebody gonna send it to me, and I'm gonna be right there breaking it down bit by bit.
Yeah. Hey, you don't got no story time for me, man?
Nah, I ain't got no story time for you. I have to wait like everybody else. I ain't got no story time for you.
You got story time. You just don't want to let it out. You got story time.
I got plenty of stories. Yeah, I got plenty of stories. But you know, like I said, I've been advised by my advisors, you know what I'm saying, to shut my mouth. I talk too much. Exactly. See what I'm saying? I gotta learn it. Dion gotta learn it. Hey, appreciate the call, Coach Green.
I'm out. I talk too much.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, caller? You loud? Talk to me.
What's going on, sir?
What's good?
Back again. That must be good. Back for round two, I see. Sorry I missed a lot of your show so far, but let me just say a couple things. And see, this is something that you had actually discussed earlier. Actually, maybe a couple weeks ago when this stuff first happened. Let's go back in time a little bit. When they announced that they were not going to play this game anymore, they announced they weren't going to do it from this moment coming forward. That they were not going to do the Southern Heritage Classic anymore. That was also posted on the original schedule that came out, not the one that Biggie and Puffy were saying that no, it was just a test to see what we'll do. No, that was the original schedule. And what also made it bad is the fact that Tennessee State said we were not made aware of this. We had to find out from a third party. Anyone can tell you when that stuff happened, there's going to be a lawsuit involved. It was just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
And let's also talk about something else too. And this is something that a lot of the people in here, they don't want to talk about for some reason. Someone said earlier that when you know better, you do better. That is true. But no one wants to talk about the fact that you've been signing bad deals for 28 years.
Simple.
That's not on the promoter. That's not on FedEx, who's the title sponsor of this game. That's on you. One thing about us, see, black folks, we don't like looking like we don't know what we're doing. We like to come from a position of strength. We like to put our chest out and say, yeah, we're doing big things. When it's like, well, maybe you're not. And this lawsuit proves all of this. Everyone wants to jump in the promoter. I'm going to bring the Godfather movie for a second. No one held a gun to your head and made you sign this deal. You did that all by yourself. And now you're mad at the fallout of the bad deal that you signed. So then you want to burn the house down while you're at it. So now, let's fast forward some more times. Now Deion's running his mouth in the chat. And for those people who say, okay, well, Deion's words can be used against him, they use President Trump's tweets against him in his court case. What can be used Deion saying this stuff too?
That's right. That's fair.
So let's do that part. And then the second part is, let's talk about our commissioner basically trying to get on the Deion Gravely train. This whole class was created to try to appease him and make him happy. But no one did their homework to find out whether what they were doing is actually feasible or legit. No one did it. They were just happy to get something. This reminds me of another movie called, of that Nick Cannon movie called Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
Nick Cannon, great song. Nick Cannon gets the chick. He starts showing his ass. But then he's got where he came from. once he got some popularity, once he got him some, he started shipping his original friends to the back. Now, when you get exposed for basically being a fraud, now you got to go crawling back home. And the reason why I say that is this. Someone on your show this morning said, okay, well, HBCUs need to stick together and fight this. No, you don't. This is one school who was smelling themselves, who wanted to, quote unquote, do good business when they don't know how to read a contract. This is about one commissioner wanting to go forward on a deal for quote unquote games. That's all this was about. They made that decision. And one thing I wish we would stop doing, I wish we would stop making excuses for bad behavior. I wish we'd stop making excuses for people not knowing what the hell they're doing. Just admit that, hey, we were not the best at this. We didn't know. There's no shame in that. There isn't. But now you done made it worse. And by the way, looking at this lawsuit, Scotty, I wonder is FedEx on this lawsuit because they're the title sponsor of this game.
Ooh.
So maybe we should start asking that question. I'm just saying. And for the guy that said I'm Scotty's first cousin, that's incorrect. I'm actually better looking. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But seriously though,
oh man,
real talk.
No problem, Jay.
Real talk though.
All right, no problem, man.
What's up, man? Just make better decisions. That's all.
All right.
Make better decisions.
Appreciate it. Oh man. Hey, what's up, Coach Green?
Hey,
what's up?
I got a question though.
What's up?
I've been thinking about this. All right. I know everybody's sitting there talking about bad behavior, like the last caller was had on talking about bad behavior, but nobody. Everybody need to wait and see, because sometimes people make moves, calculated moves without. When it comes to stuff like that, you ain't gonna just make that type of move without knowing what you're doing. And it's more to it than what we all are sitting here talking about. And everybody jumping the gun. Nope. And I don't think nobody should jump the gun other than you. You the only one should be doing it. Everybody else should sit back and just watch and see what happens, because you ain't gonna just make this type of move without knowing what's going on, without reading the contract. It's more to it. It's something more to it.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, you know what? Let me do this. I'm gonna do my active listening from my counseling sections when I was going through my divorces. So what you're saying is that you're saying that Jackson State's lawyers tell me if I'm right or wrong. Jackson State lawyers said, "Hey, within what we're doing or within this contract, you can do this and you will be okay." That's what you're saying?
Something like that, yeah, because it's more to it. It got to be more to it.
Okay. I mean, okay, because to me, it kind of goes twofold. If we're both, all right, listen, if we're both looking at the same contract, right, then we should both know the stipulations within this contract. So if you felt you were able to get out of it, how would Fred Jones feel he was able to sue you about it?
But that's all part of it. People gonna sue just so they don't lose, because this without JSU, this class is pretty much like doo-doo. So you gotta burn the house down, because you know it's about to happen once JSU pull out. So you gonna throw everything at the wall to see who's gonna stick. But like I say, I think it's more to it, man. I might be wrong, but look, hey, I could be wrong. But I'm thinking it's more to it, because sometimes people don't make moves without knowing.
No, I agree with you. I mean, listen, Coach Green, you're absolutely right. You could be wrong, I could be wrong, you could be right, I could be wrong. That's how that. First of all, we don't know what a judge or a jury is going to ask, or going to say what was done right or done wrong, or arbitrary hearing or whatever. We don't know who's going to, they might just come to an agreement or whatever, because you always go high to come back down. I wouldn't ask for 1 million. I'm gonna ask for 6 million, hope I get 2 million. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? My only thing is this. The only issue that I can kind of point to and say you effed up is all the 28 years of you just signing a bad contract. That is, there's no out for that. And I don't think the problem with me and Jackson, the problem I have, Coach Green, with Jackson State fans is that it doesn't seem like anybody wants to take an accountability. We won't even go 28 years. We'll just go over the last 10 years.
But it's a part of that you forgetting though. It was the president they got now was a president before him. And only reason he's not there because he got caught up in a sex prostitution problems. That's what he had, and that's why he's not there.
Okay.
So it could have been that president before the president they got now. He could have been the one to say, "Now we're gonna sign this contract."
But the ADs, the ones that approved the ADs are the ones that signed the contract.
Yeah, but the president overruled the AD too.
So okay,
because look, you working for the president. The president come in and say, "Nah, we're gonna do this deal."
All right. Listen, I can't.
It always starts with the president.
I can't speak on something I do not know. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna just say okay to that because it doesn't make sense to me. So just because it doesn't make sense doesn't mean it's not true. Because
if the president overrule you, you got to do what the president say, right?
Oh, okay. I would just, to me, it's just like, if that's your area of expertise, why would I not let you do what you do? You get what I'm saying? That's like me having, now I get it. If that's not the vision that I want, then yeah, okay. I see what you're saying, overrule, whatever. But
I'll give you a prime example.
Go ahead.
Prime example. All right. Now, there's the president at Hampton University. The AD probably didn't really want to go to the CAA. But the president been wanting to go to the CAA. So you got to do what he says, because he the one been wanting that train, and he finally got the invite, and that's why Hampton in the CAA. And now he's about to retire.
I'm gonna make the move and I'm out.
Exactly.
Y'all deal with it. I'm gone. That's funny. All right, but appreciate the call, Coach Green, as always, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm about to get up out of here. Let me say this. Oh shit! If y'all lose this case, I'm a clown y'all. If your president's a lawyer and you did this knee-jerk reaction and you lose, best believe I'm coming for everybody. I'm bringing pictures. I'm bringing results, cases, all that. I'm bringing it all, because that is even worse. Your head guy is a lawyer and you get caught up in some foolishness like this. That don't make no type of sense. That don't make no type of sense. The mere fact that you're saying JSU president is a lawyer and you're caught up in a breach of contract case says that don't make no sense to me. That means you would do everything you would do all your due diligence to make sure you don't get caught up in a breach of contract. That's what makes sense to me. If your guy's a lawyer, we're gonna do everything he will possibly want. We're gonna do everything by the book. Everything by the book. And we still get caught up with a breach of contract. All right, like I said, if he knows what he's doing, this should be nothing but smooth sailing. This should be nothing but smooth sailing. Listen, and your president you trust. All right, so he's a lawyer. He knows this. He knows this schniggity. But I'm telling you this: if this Bama lose, if Jackson State loses this case, oh, somebody need to be checking on his credentials. Somebody need to be checking on his credentials. That's all I'm saying. He might. I wouldn't hire him as my lawyer. I'll just tell you that. If he loses, Jake, he wouldn't be on my list of hiring lawyers. I'll tell you that much. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So, I agree with you, Kevin. I don't think I think they're going to settle out of court. I think they're going to settle out of court. I really do. So I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be. I just want to see this contract. That's why I want to see this contract. I just want to see this contract. So we're going to see if I can. I'm going to try to figure out if I can get it. How I'm going to get it. Might reach out to Fred Jones personally and get this contract. But listen. But until next time, listen. Oh, tomorrow. I pushed the interview back for this. Tomorrow, Zay Green. Stay tuned, locked in. Thursday, I'm trying to have a special guest come on. I'm trying to get a special guest to come on Thursday. I can't say who it is. Haven't locked it in yet, but I'm definitely trying to get this interview locked in. But Wednesday, interview, Zay Green, superstar, Miss Triple Dub, UAPB star guard. All right, will be on the channel. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you like the stream before you get up out of here. Make sure you become a member of the stream. Shout out to my boy Chris. All right, just join the membership. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like it. Make sure you guys become a member. And last, before I get up out of here, how can the Swac pay $5 million? Let me help you with that. You got to cut some salaries. All right. You're going to have to cut some salaries. So start off with this guy. Okay. Go ahead and cut his salary. That's nothing. All right. Go ahead and cut him. Snip, snip. Media relations. He ain't really doing too much relation. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really relating to nobody. And you know what? Listen, if I was Fred Jones, if I was everybody, you can't trust them light-skinned dudes. You can't trust them light-skinned dudes. You see what Charles doing. So he part of that light-skinned, they unsavory. Them light-skinned dudes is unsavory. You gotta be, oh man, listen, gotta watch out for them light-skinned dudes. And they hang together too. You know what I'm saying? They hang together. You gotta watch that. They real sneaky like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like what's that? Michael Ealy off Bel Air, babe. He part of that crew. He part of that crew. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sure, dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. It's bigger than Nino. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out for light-skinned guys like that. You know, just like that dude off Bel Air, Michael Ealy trying to get with Aunt Viv. You know what I'm saying? They shady. They shady. All right. Gotta cut him. Director of accounting and finance, got to cut him. All right, because he ain't directing nor financing nothing. All right, because he throw him out with the bathwater. Okay, go ahead and cut Aaron McKee. Isn't that a basketball player? Isn't that a basketball player? Anyway, Aaron Mackey. Yeah, go ahead and throw him out with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and cut his salary, and then listen, go ahead and cut his salary too. Eddie Kelly, the head referee guy. Yeah, go ahead and cut his salary too. You know what I'm saying? You can just go ahead, just go ahead and cut that as well. All right. So those are the 3 salaries. If you try and find, try to do some budget cuts to pay that $5 million off, start with him. You know, the I'll be sure guy. You know, dark skin is in season, but he is the director of finance, so can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? And then go ahead and cut the referee guy. You know what I'm saying? So you just go ahead and cut those 3. That'll save you at least about a good 200, 300K. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's just me, that's just me doing that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But hey, until next time, let me see. All right. So until next time, make sure you like the stream. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.